What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So I'm about to head off to my haircut appointment to get a touch up because it's getting a little bit out of control. Then tonight I'm just going to chill out and plan for the weekend. Let's get to it.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't really want to come because I was feeling super tired. But that's when you know you need to come the most, when you don't want to come. So tomorrow, I'm actually going to share a little bit more of this mindset of how I stay motivated to keep up with all the activities I do, despite the being feeling like this, tired, not unmotivated and all that kind of stuff. So see you tomorrow. Alright guys, so I'm going to share to you guys my mindset, how I stay, I don't want to say motivated or motivation, but discipline to be consistent with my activities with skating and going to the gym and stuff when I don't feel like it. Now I think the first step is you shouldn't rely on motivation as your main fuel, because motivation is very fleeting, right? I think it's a good kickstart, but discipline is the fuel that you want to run on to keep going, because if you rely on motivation, you're never going to feel always motivated to go do what it is that you want to do. So discipline is the main fuel that you want to run on, not motivation. I've been skating for about 13-14 years now, and throughout this time, there's definitely days where I didn't want to go, because one, where I live is super hot. It's always about at least 32 degrees, and 95% of the time I would say I skated by myself pretty much. And it's really hard to stay motivated when you're in the sun, getting burnt, you're skating by yourself. And that's, it takes a lot of effort, I feel like, to be really disciplined to, with these circumstances, just still go and, enjoy it or whatever. And I guess it goes back to how much you like it, how much you're passionate into it, because I've seen some people who aren't really that passionate in skateboarding, and they don't want to come out, skate for a few hours in the sun. Maybe they wait until it's nighttime and they'll skate for a bit. But since I enjoy it so much, I didn't care how hot it was, or if I'm skating by myself, if my friend bailed and stuff like that. I'll link it to the gym too, because this is pretty common where you see some people oh, I'll go to the gym if my mate goes to the gym. And let's say they plan to go to a gym session together and one of the friend bailed or whatever, the inspiration to go to the gym often just flees. Now you have thoughts okay, my mate's bailed, I don't feel like going now. And that was common with the gym for me as well, because I remember always asking, are you going to the gym? What time are you going? What are you training? And then it was just it got to a point where it's frustrating, because we all have different time schedules, and my mate keeps saying, oh, I can't make it or whatever, and people have their circumstances. But then I realized man, if I keep relying on someone else to go for me to go, I will never get it done, you know what I mean? So when I started my gym journey, I remember asking one of my friends, I was like, what if I'm bench pressing and I can't push the weight up because I don't have a friend to spot me? And he just said, well, if you don't push that thing up, you'll pretty much go on skis. And that always stood out to me. So ever since then, I never rely on anyone to go to the gym with. I just pretty much go gym without a spot. I know that sounds crazy, but I obviously do calculated risks and stuff like that, where I'm not pushing it too far where I'm going to injure myself or won't be able to push the weight up. But it's the same with skating or the gym. I just developed this mindset of like, I'm going no matter what. I don't care if this person comes, this person doesn't come. If they come, cool. If they don't, whatever, you know. And that's what it takes to make progression in any field, because if you're going to always rely on someone and they always bail, then I guess you'll never make progress, because you're always like waiting for help, kind of thing like that. I understand that 2 is better than 1, but there's going to be a lot of circumstances in life where you just need to walk alone for that season in life. Now, another thing that helps me stay, disciplined to go do the things that I don't feel like doing all the time is knowing that today might be my last day on this planet. Now, I know that sounds a little bit extreme, but if you really think about it, it's true, because I read it in the Bible. I'm going to put the verses up here. It's like life is a vapor. So it talks about like people, like we say, oh, tomorrow let's go do this, or next week we go do that. But how do we even know that we will have a next week or like even a tomorrow? Like what makes us so confident that we will get a tomorrow? Because we don't know. We can't control the future. And then another verse tells us that the days, like our days are numbered. So pretty much meaning every single day that comes by, the number goes down, and we don't know what that number might be. So I always try to keep that in mind, where like, okay, this might be my last day to do this and this and that, so let's make the best out of it. Because yeah, like it's kind of scary, but also it creates that urgency, and it helps me to, go for it or whatever every single day. And obviously every single day is not going to be like 100% where you are able to give it your all, but I just feel like for me, if I just keep this mindset sharp and keep thinking about it, like it will help me progress so much more in life. Because just like everybody else, there's definitely days, months and whatever that you feel like you wasted, and obviously you're not going to get that back. So the days that you have left, like for me, I want to use that the best I can, and just make sure that like you kind of live life to the fullest. Now, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps you in any way to maybe increase your urgency with your, goals or dreams that you have, and having this mindset of no wasted days mentality. All right, I made it to the skate park. Have the whole park to myself. The weather is looking good. Actually, someone just pulled up. I think I spoke too soon. But it's not too hot and it's not gonna rain. So yeah, should be a good session. Alrighty, so skate session all done. The skate session went better than I thought, and I ended up getting the kick front board this time, so hyped on that. When I was trying it, I was kind of nervous because I was like, what if I didn't land it? Like, it would have lived in my head rent free for who knows how long. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my previous video where I talked about like the reality of chasing any goal, and there's a clip of me trying this trick for like an hour and didn't even come close to getting it pretty much, and got a little annoyed, and I talked about it in that video, so go check that out for context. But I'm gonna head home now, pretty hungry, so looking forward for dinner, and I'll see you guys next time.